Hello, everybody. You can call me Hunch. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you're not, or if you are new, I should be saying this. I'm kind of a Bitcoin maximalist. I talk about Bitcoin. I talk about stacks, which is smart contracts for Bitcoin, like a sidechain type thing. Think of Manic. And I talk about a few altcoins for you moon boys and girls, okay? But generally, I just talk about Bitcoin. I don't want to lead people astray. I don't want to do harm. But today, I'm going to be talking about a stock. So let me give you a little background. I kind of exited stocks at some point last year. I completely divested. I'm talking about my 401k. I'm talking about every investment I make is in blockchain, or sorry, crypto, mostly Bitcoin stacks. You know, I've bought Algorand, but like when Bitcoin dips, I sell out usually because I really believe in Bitcoin. I want it to succeed. But today I bought my first stock again in a long time. And this stock, I bought it IPO. I watched it rocket up. I got out, right? And over the last year or 6 months or whatever, the NASDAQ and growth stocks have been decimated, a lot of them. And they always say, oh, Bitcoin's too volatile. It drops 50%. This stock is down 80% from its all-time high, okay? 80%. So first of all, just pay attention. It's all FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt. But second of all, let's dive on in. Lemonade. If you don't notice, the first thing I want you to notice is this little doodle guy. Okay, that looks too much like the Doodle NFT series. If you know what it is, go look it up. It's an NFT series, and it's one of the most popular on OpenSea. Okay, so what is Lemonade? It's an like a financial insurance company, tech company that's trying to disrupt the insurance company. Now, put blockchain aside. I think the insurance company is ripe for disruption, right? You've had insurance companies like State Farm, Cigna, you name it. These companies have been around for so long, right? Travelers Insurance. And it's like the bank, right? Why do I like Bitcoin? It's so ready for disruption, right? Ethereum is disrupting art. Bitcoin is disrupting banking, right? The whole ARK Fund series from Cathie Wood is about disruption, right? So after I sold out the IPO and it rocketed up to 150, 180 bucks, I sold out. I made some money. I did some options on it, but Lemonade is ripe for insurance disruption and it's ripe for growth. So I want to talk about this. There was rumors that they bought Bitcoin, et cetera, et cetera. Those were debunked. They did not buy Bitcoin, right? So, but what came from this rumor is that you can find that they are interested in blockchain, right? They're a young company, and young companies can adapt, right, faster than new companies. So I think that's pretty interesting, right? There was a thing here, there was an article, blah, 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 Bitcoin bought it, right? It was all rumors. Now, if you look at the Lemonade chart, it's looking disturbingly bad, okay? It's way down, right? All the way in the dumpskis, okay? But what does that mean, right? And this is like this descending wedge that we saw in Bitcoin recently where it broke out and it's kind of stuck. But if there's like a melt up, right? If you can find online, they're talking about melt ups. If there's a melt up, the ones that have been crushed, completely crushed, like destroyed by the orcs in Lord of the Rings, that's what I would be investing in. Not financial advice, but if it can break out of this downward trend line and there's a melt up in the stock market, right? First of all, I think it's good for Bitcoin if that happens, right? Because it's kind of, Bitcoin is a risk on, risk off. It's kind of everything, right? So, but it probably tends to do better when risky assets are going up, right? Which these tech companies are kind of risky assets, right? So if you go look at Lemonade, it had a nice little 10% pop, right? Go on your chart, it's way down. Its market cap is 1.9 billion, right? Which is, I think, kind of getting to fair value, right? And it's high, right? From 1 year ago, it was $163, right? So I'm not saying it's going to get to 163%, right? But if you go to the articles, right, you can find articles, right? 83% down. They're talking about Lemonade, okay? So kind of go explore what these things are talking about, right? Read about it. They have growth. The revenue increased 101%, right? Let's see if this one is a different article that I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay, here you go. 2020 revenue, 94 million, and there's an estimate for 219 million, right? Now, what do you do with that information? You go see, what they are offering. They're offering pet insurance, car insurance, homeowner insurance. And if you go through this, right, click it, check your prices. You can get a quote instantly. You know what I mean? Set up an account. But when you go through this, I'm not going to go through it for you. It shows you all the states that they're involved. They're in not a lot of states, right? So what does that mean though? Like if they have so much room to grow, right? They're new, they're agile, they're all online. And first of all, what's attracting millennials is they donate a portion of their proceeds. And when you have a claim, you file it online and you get the money quick. There's less hassle and there's less things to deal with, right? A lot of you probably haven't experienced insurance companies or medical insurance, right? And how hard it is to get things covered, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you can capitalize on making that an easier process, I think you're in good shape, right? This is all fundamental analysis. I'm not doing in-depth charting, right? But I mean, this stock has been absolutely destroyed, and I think it's oversold, right? People talk about oversold, undersold. I think this is getting to the point where it's got to be oversold, right? I mean, and if it's not, I mean, it might go bankrupt, but right, there's always risk involved. But to me, let's just talk about it. To me, it seems like a good risk reward, right? I'm mostly in Bitcoin. I'm a hodler. I'm not a trader. Everyone calls me stupid, blah, 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 blah. Let's see in 4 years when you're still trading altcoins for your 20% thing and then gain and then losing it on the next one because you panic sell, right? They've proven that hodling is the best behavior. So come at me in a couple of years and see where we're at. Hopefully I'm retired and you're still working at your dead-end job or whatever. But I'm a gangster is what that means. But anyway, Lemonade is I mean, it just seems like if it's not going out of business, the risk reward, right? I got out of equities partially because I thought they were way overvalued, right? I mean, this was up at, look where this was. $180? Like, that's insanity, right? I mean, for a new company pulling in from that revenue, for like pulling in little revenue, I mean, it was clearly overvalued. I got out, I made some money. I bought an IPO because of, it's such a disruptive force. And I made some money on it, but I knew it was not going to last, right? I could see the writing on the wall with this stock. And there's another one that is way down too that I thought was too good. So I'll talk about that because on another day, because I think that's going to do well. But Lemonade stock, I'd look into it. I think the risk reward is nutty. You can call me Hunch. I hope you like this video.